I'm Kyle, and today I'm trying something a little new with this green screen, so I hope you guys like it. Be sure to leave me a note in the comments below about what you guys think, and please don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me. Alright, today we're going to talk about the Nano tank now that I finally got it cleaned up. I think I owe you guys an update, so let's just get right into the Nano tank.
As you guys can see here, this tank is looking so much better. Most of the algae is under control. You can see I've got a little bit on the rock on the right hand side and a little on the frag plug. And there is a snail running around here that's definitely got some algae growing on its back. But otherwise this tank is looking so much better. The trick that ended up working, I'll skip right to the good stuff. You don't have to wade through my trials and tribulations until after. It was copepods and phytoplankton. A friend of mine, Lynn, runs Reef Nerd Aquatics, so I ordered some copepods and phytoplankton from her after trying to give the UV a couple weeks. That module in the right-hand side is the UV sterilizer that I put in. It's an integrated pump and UV sterilizer. And you could see it made a difference in the dinos, but it wasn't getting rid of them. So I ended up doing pods and phytoplankton, and they went quick. Like, I don't want to say overnight, but it certainly felt like it was overnight, especially compared to trying to wait on the UV. You can see now that I've turned the UV off, there's still a little remnants of the dinos, but not a lot. Nothing I'm really worried about now that everything is under control. And because I have a tank full of pods and phytos, I'm sure you guys saw the little mandarin dragonet that was scooting by on the bottom. My wife picked that one out. She always thought that fish was cool. Up there he is in the bottom. So he'll be on the hunt for pods. So just to dive into some of what didn't work briefly, I had tried water changes, but my nitrates were sitting at 0, so I didn't have a nutrient problem. I kind of had a lack of a nutrient problem. I tried to fix that by dosing nitrates, and that just didn't do it. I would dose it, get it up. I think I got it maybe as high as 4. This tank just seems to be a nutrient sink. I don't know if it was all the pulsing Xenia, which is now gone as well, if you might recall, but I'll get into that in a little bit as well. So I could not get my nutrients up for the life of me. I ended up giving up on dosing nitrates pretty quickly. I was kind of out of ideas. Water chains didn't do it. Dosing didn't do it. Nothing seemed to be doing the job, and I ended up taking the natural approach. Since I know everyone will ask, here's a little glimpse at that mandarin. I believe this one is a psychedelic dragonet. I don't know, they come up with all sorts of names. We also got the Christmas tree worms in here doing very well. They're sitting where the pulsing Xenia was. The pulsing Xenia has been relocated into a basement frag system I just started. So stay tuned for the video on that system. I built a frag system as cheaply as I think I could. But anyway, the Nano's the focus here. The tank is just looking so much better. Again, there's a little algae there. I probably should do a water change just to stay on top of things. I don't want it to get out of control again. But the little critters here are doing their jobs. You've got this Halloween hermit picking at the macroalgae here. There's an urchin floating around in here somewhere too. Acans are growing in nicely. Hopefully they encrust all over that rock. That'll be good. The anemone's even happy. That thing's been a struggle for me. I don't know about everybody else, but anemone keeping has not been easy for me. This one likes that spot even though it's not terribly prominent. You can even see this. Walt Disney's not coloring up quite as well as it should, but it has no problem with polyp extension and it's growing. This is how I saved it from my other tank. Then you've got this Sinulara Kenya tree is, I don't know, it's easy to me. I threw it in there, I got it from a friend, and it just grows and looks good. It doesn't care what I do to this tank. I definitely still have a little more work to do. You can see the algae sticking to like objects. But if you remember from the first video about this tank is eons away from where it was. So go figure. You know, 30, what I spent, I don't know what I spent, $30, $40 worth of copepods, and it's like a practically new tank. Even the lobster's happy back there, hiding behind that last remnant of pulsing Xenia I gotta get rid of.
Thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget, in this world full of magic elixirs and solutions in a bottle that are sometimes more like snake oil in a bottle, don't forget to try the natural options here. You know, this is one particular example where my dinoflagellates were solved with copepods and phytoplankton. You know, copepods is good for the ecosystem in your tank. Phytoplankton is good for the ecosystem in your tank, neither of which are even going to hurt. So you don't necessarily have to go right to the nuclear option when you struggle with something, or go down the chemical in a bottle solution when maybe you're just missing part of your ecosystem. I'm not a biologist by any stretch of the imagination. This is just something I've learned, you know, trying to run reef tanks for going on a little more than 5 years now. Sometimes it's the easy thing. Putting in copepods and phytoplankton was very easy, and it seems to have done the job for me. Hopefully the tank continues in this trajectory, but I'll let you guys know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more reef keeping content. Catch you guys next time, fish friends.